Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Xantho here, and this is going to be a quick update on my Raised Spiders Juggernaut. I might make a couple of these videos as I kind of upgrade the build a little bit. And I like keeping people updated on the changes I made to the character. I always update the original PoE in the original build guide video, and in the Reddit post I made about the build, but I do like making new videos to just alert people as to updates to the build and kind of gem changes and such. So first order of business is I have upgraded my belt. Um, I was going for an elder belt. Um, this is not an elder belt, by the way, but I was going for an elder belt because I had recrafted. This is my original belt, and I tried to recraft it basically to get T1 life regeneration, which I happened to get, but it kind of low rolled at 107 out of 196, 128. But since I have Fertile Catalyst on it, it raises up to 128.6. I might divine this someday. I'll try to get a higher life regeneration rate, which then would. I think I can get close to 150 life regen on this if it's high rolls and life regen, then plus the 20%. Actually, yeah, I will. I will be able to get 100 over 150, which is nice. But I hit T1 life because previously I only had like T3 life or something like that. T1 chaos res because I used deafening essences of envy to craft it. I hit T1 fire res. Actually, I hit T1 cold res, but I just used harvest to transfer that to fire res, and then I hit T1 life regeneration rate. I think it took like 20 deafening essences of envy, so that's like half a divine of essences. And in the process, I was also crafting on an elder belt because I wanted like life, maybe percent life, and then a res, chaos res, and life regeneration, which would have been like GG if I got that, or maybe life recovery rate. That would have been really nice. But in the process, I accidentally created a 6 divine belt with like elemental damage with attacks, like 90% res, and T1 chaos res, and like T1 life at the same time. So yeah, so there was like 6 divines. So I accidentally made that in the process. So then I had to buy another base, or I was gonna buy another base. Then simply went with this one. Gem change. I've swapped up pretty much all of my damage link gems. I went for a white socket Arakaaali's Fang, so I could fit in. So I can swap out void manipulation for melee splash instead of melee physical damage. I'm swapping out for my Arakaaali's Fang rather than my Squire, because the Squire gives quality to socketed support gems, and I picked support gems that basically benefited the most from quality. And I swapped out my awakened minion damage. I swapped out for divergent minion damage because when you're in the Squire 2020, we'll get 56% increased damage with ailments, which even though an awakened minion damage is like more damage, more damage, the 56% increased damage with ailments beats it out pretty solidly. So if you can get a 2120, that would be good. But there's like 5-6 divines. I didn't feel like spending that, and just a 2020 was like 1.5 divines, so I just shelled out 1.5 divines for the divergent minion damage. I might temple corrupt this because it's not corrupted. I got Anomalous Withering Touch. Now this is not a damage link. Well, I mean it is a damage link, but the quality is not a damage. It doesn't give damage, but it gives skill effect duration. And so the skill effect duration gets transferred to your spiders. It does not increase their damage or poison duration or DPS or anything, but increases their skill effect duration by 28%. So their base duration is 30 seconds. And then I also have Malevolence, which is then giving me 19% skill effect duration, plus a bunch of aura effect I have on the tree. So I think it's giving me like 27% skill effect duration. And this is giving me 28% skill effect duration. So it's giving me, I think in the end, I'm getting like a 46-second spider duration rather than 30-second spider duration. So that's good for mapping, even though while mapping I pretty much never have to resummon my spiders because I'm using deadly ailments, which means 80% less damage with hits, which means pretty much always the dot is going to kill the spider, is going to kill the enemies. And if you didn't know, if a damage over time effect kills an enemy, it counts as your kill. So, and the raised spiders is your kills when there's corpses around. So it counts as your kill, which then resummons spiders. So it basically kind of chains them together as you're running through the map. So my links right now in my Arakaaali spec are Divergent Multi-Strike, Awakened Deadly Elements, and Awakened Void Manipulation, because Awakened Void Manipulation is slightly better than melee physical damage. It's only 39% more chaos damage rather than 54% more melee physical damage. But it doesn't have the 10% less attack speed penalty, which is important for poison damage. So this is actually slightly more DPS. And it also decreases the ramp up time, which is nice. Awakened Unbound Elements is good to put in the Squire because it gains additional duration of elements per quality. So Awakened Unbound Elements, Divergent Minion Damage, and Anomalous Withering Touch. And then I also moved my Divine Ire from my chest piece into my gloves because it just made more sense. And then I moved Divergent Flesh Offering into my main 6-link. Because this was previously 5-link, then I just 6-linked it, which is pretty cheap. Like, you can get the amount of fuses to just, like, auto 6-link it through the bench craft for 1,500 for, like, a Divine plus 100 C or something like that. Because a Divine will get you, like, 1,100 or 1,200 fuses, and then you can get, like, 400 and 500 fuses for, like, 100 C. So that'll get you 1,500 for, like, a Divine and 1.4 Divines, basically, to 6-link an item, which is pretty freaking cheap. So I moved my Divergent Flesh Offering in there because I have Enhance in here, and Divergent Flesh Offering is now giving me 52% increased attack speed rather than 40% increased attack speed. So it's 12% increased extra minion attack speed. So basically what I'm doing is then I basically attach the brand to the enemy, and while it's attached, I just cast Desecrate under them, and it'll pop off. It won't pop off if there's no enemies there, but if you attach the brand to an enemy and then just Desecrate under them, it'll pop off, and then you'll get your Flesh Offering. Honestly, it's actually easier than just doing like this and then the Flesh Offering, because you cast once for all your curses and your Flesh Offering, and then just cast Desecrate under the enemy occasionally. And you might have to, recast the brand just to get Flesh Offering back up, but that's not too big of an issue because the Flesh Offering lasts. Let's see, 6.3 seconds. It actually lasts longer than that because I have skill effect duration from Malevolence, which is not, doesn't seem to be affecting it somehow. Actually, no, it does. Duration 6.3 seconds, okay. But then it gets additional 1 second base duration per extra corpse consumed, and if you just cast Desecrate, it's 5 corpses. So it's going to be like an 11-second duration, so that's pretty nice. It might be longer actually because it's base duration, which then might be scaled by effect duration, so it might be like 12 or 13 seconds. So regardless, the Flesh Offering lasts quite a while, so you're really going to have to do this little combo of do skills occasionally. And pretty much anything should be phased by then anyway, so those are the changes I made basically recently. That's basically it for now. I did a couple feared, did an Uber Cortex, no problem. The Uber Cortex happened to roll 80% avoid poison, so it was kind of painful. It was completely deathless, even though it took me 10 minutes to complete the map, literally 10 minutes to complete the map, because I was doing 80% less damage on top of 70% less damage because it's an Uber fight. So that's like, if you do the math there, that's an obscene 0.3 times 0.2. I was basically doing 94% less damage compared to normal Cortex. so yeah, that was pretty painful. But it was deathless, so that's no problem. Basically tanked everything that all of the boss fights had to give me. So then I did my feared. Feared was completely deathless. I did, Uber Zeri to get my feared. I tanked. I managed to tank the double flame blast. I don't know how. I've never tanked that in my life. I did have Molten Shell up for that, but I tanked the double Uber Zeri Flame Blast, and it didn't kill me. Hell if I know, man. This build is insanely tanky. I managed to survive that. So, and then Feared, the Flame Blast and Feared, I just tanked all of them. I barely even moved in the Feared, other than for like Elder's circle attack, the explosion, because that explosion deals a lot of damage if you're not inside the circle. So, I got inside the circle for that, at least, but other than that, that's pretty much the update. New POB in the description. I updated the POB of the original video as well, so peace out.